Hello everyone, I'm back with a Pick a Deck Tarot reading. Today we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. I will give you some time to look over these decks and hopefully one of them will speak to you. We'll give you a few minutes to visualize. You can close your eyes, visualize which deck is speaking to you, and then we will get started. Alright, pile number 1. We have this really cool clear quartz and black tourmaline stone. This is a very strong yet protective stone. I'm getting a fighting willpower. Perhaps you're very caring, yet you fight for the people you care about. I guess I'm getting very forgiving, yet you won't let anyone hurt anyone you love or care about. I'm getting a lot of particularly fighting spirit from this stone. Let's take a look at your tarot card, and then we will start drawing cards from there. So move this out of the way real quick. We have the moon. So right away, looking at this card's a very beautiful card. The moon often can represent our emotions or how we're feeling. And I'm also getting a sense that you feel like someone is particularly fighting their way for you, but also you have to look at the bigger picture of how you can protect yourself. Because overall, I'm getting the idea that you don't know how to emotionally protect yourself. Or you're going through a lot of emotional times right now. You're facing a lot of confusion and uncertainty as far as, I think, making a decision about I'm getting just a relationship in particular. I think that you're having a hard time perhaps saying no to somebody that might be draining your emotions right now. I'm gonna draw some more tarot cards for you using my Eclectic Tarot deck that actually I made, but it doesn't have a book or anything, so it's not officially published. So we'll go ahead and draw a card for you. Okay, yeah. I got strength. So you're definitely gonna need to be healing some inner emotional turmoil within yourself. I think right now, your world's kind of on fire and people are draining your energy right now in particular, and it's just making you incredibly emotional and you're not quite sure how to control your emotions. I think that you're really good at keeping yourself level-headed. I mean, people could be trying to tell you all their life stories or their traumas, and you're really good at keeping a straight, level-headed perspective. I'm gonna draw a card to see on like what this particular issue might be related to. Okay. So I'm getting the idea that this could be a sister or like your best friend even in particular, that perhaps like every time you talk to this person they just kind of bring you down a little bit and drain your energy. I think that this person might not have like the worst intentions, but also you're not quite sure how to handle this person or like what you should do to help this person. So let me draw another card, see how you can help this particular person. Let's see here. Death, okay. So they need to, you, or they really particularly need to move on from this situation, or this card could also just represent that you need to take a step back from this person and give them some time to work through their feelings, because as much as you want to help this person has to help themselves first. Like, we all want to be like superheroes to the people we care about, but what I'm seeing is this person is just full of like really negative energy and it's really putting you down right now. And you're not quite sure how to help this person other than like being strong and, you know, trying to just take on this person's emotional trauma. I really want to take a look at a few more cards to see what we can get here. Okay. So we've got the Fool reversed. So this card particularly represents putting yourself in situations that are very impulsive or reckless. So perhaps this person puts you in those kinds of situations. I'm getting the idea that you're actually like not comfortable in those kinds of situations, but perhaps this person likes to put you in those kinds of situations, and overall it makes you pretty uncomfortable. But I'm also getting that like you don't have to do this, you kind of just do it anyways, and I think that maybe you should take some time to consider the consequences of hanging out with this particular person, as they may not be a very good person to be around right now. Okay, so we also got the Ten of Wands, which is the Ten of Roses in my tarot deck. Okay, so yeah, you're carrying a lot of responsibility and heavy burdens when it comes to this person. That's why I'm getting that this person in particular is like family to you, or a really close friend, someone that you consider like some of your closest family, which obviously family can be friends or blood related, and you just don't quite have the energy to tell them no. Like, you have a hard time saying no to this person. I think that this is a pretty difficult path that you're giving yourself, though, as far as just not taking in perspective that this is hurting you a lot more than you realize. Let's see what you can do in order to overcome this situation in particular. Let's draw another card. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands, which is the Five of Candles in my deck. So you're going to have to take some time and reflect on the situation and reflect on yourself as far as like what you need to do for yourself. Because right now, in particular, you need to be taking care of yourself. I'm also getting a feeling that perhaps this person is part of like an overall friend group that you're fond of, and a lot of other people like this person, but you're kind of like sitting on the back burner, like, aren't you guys seeing what I'm seeing? But they're not seeing what you're seeing as far as the overall like emotional turmoil this person's putting you under. I think that there's a lot of conflicting or conflict when it comes to multiple people, whether it be friends, family, as far as like trying to persuade you to do something. But I think this card in particular is telling you that you need to ignore those people and you need to make a intuitive decision on your own. Because it's really difficult for other people to understand your perspective if they don't see your perspective at all. And this is why you're having to be so strong right now, is because you're just so emotionally drained, because nobody seems to be understanding why you feel the way that you do. I'm going to draw one more card here as far as what should you do in order to overcome this situation. So we got the Hierophant card. Okay, so yeah, you've got all these built up voices in your head right now. So I would definitely take the time to meditate and relax and take care of yourself as far as like trying to figure out what you should do. I mean, this card right here is screaming that you need to take time for yourself. I'm also getting the vibe that perhaps if you're a spiritual person, maybe you should work on connecting to a higher power, either through prayer or meditation or something along the lines of doing things that seem to be like breaking the norm and out of the box than you usually do. Because I'm getting the feeling that perhaps you need some spiritual guidance right now, and that will definitely help you make your decision as far as how to communicate with this person, or if you even want to anymore, what you could do in this particular situation. I'm going to draw one more card here. I'm also getting that this person could be a fire sign, and you in particular could be a water sign. So water sign is, I'm getting like Cancer, and then fire sign, I'm getting like an Aries in particular. Which makes it a little harder because as far as like being a water sign, you're naturally going to be way more emotional. And then this person is going to be way more, outgoing and strategically, like, they know that you're a sensitive person, and they can use that against you. Unfortunately, is what I'm getting. I'm gonna draw one more card here. We got the Knight of Swords. Yeah, so you really just need to work on standing up for yourself and taking back control of your identity as a person and learning how to say no in particular. I'm also getting that you may perhaps also be an air sign, or you might have a mixture of air and water placements a lot more prominently in your natal chart. Overall, I mean, the real picture here is there is someone in your life that you're particularly very close to that is just draining you by giving you too much information. Perhaps there's something in their life that is putting them in a very negative, like, mood. And they're taking you down with them, and they know that they're particularly taking you down with them, but also they're not doing it in a spiteful way. They're doing it, I guess, more so in a, I know this person will understand me, but you also have the right to say no or say, hey, right now I'm not particularly, like, emotionally healthy enough to talk about this situation. And I also think that's, like, this stone in particular that went with the deck is interesting because clear quartz is probably one of the best stones when it comes to blocking negativity. And then black tourmaline as well is a huge negativity blocker. So I think right now your best bet is to meditate or pray or whatever religion you are in particular, or if you don't have one at all, I mean, your best bet is to really meditate and reflect on taking care of yourself and just learning how to say no to other people. Because I think overall I'm getting the idea that that's something that's really hard and difficult for you. Let's take a look at your oracle card here, which my sister actually made this oracle deck. It's called the Oracle of 64 by Arrive with Cassie. She was selling these for a while, but I'm not sure she's selling them anymore, but they're really neat. So you got the spark. Feeling things deeply leads to unique creativity. Your power lies in your ability to be alone with yourself. Yes, that's exactly what I was talking about. Because right now, you need to be alone and reflect on your emotions and get away from everybody else. You need some time for yourself. I'm going to draw a inspiration card for you just to get some words as far as just overall what you need to hear right now. Okay, so we got, I release all criticism. It says, I only give out that which I wish to receive in return. My love and acceptance of others is mirrored to me in every moment. So, I mean, this obviously is a serious inspiration as far as releasing all the negative things that other people are telling you or overall, trying to harm you in any sort of way. I would like to draw one more here real quick because I am getting the idea that you need another one. Okay, so I am worth loving. Says, I do not have to earn love. I am lovable because I exist. Others reflect the love I have for myself. That right there. You need to have more love for yourself, more respect for yourself. I think this reading is definitely about taking care of yourself emotionally and learning how to say no to others, but also respecting yourself in that way. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading, pile number 1. I am now going to be doing pile number 2's reading. Thank you. Alright, pile number 2. You chose this very pretty rose quartz. It almost looks like a really light white pink. This is a very loving and caring stone. This is a great stone for protection of the heart and emotions. We're going to go ahead and take a look at your tarot card first here. So we've got the Ace of Wands reversed. So this card in particular is showing me that you're perhaps having a hard time coming up with a creative project, or you're not believing that you can do something in particular as far as a creative project. This could be a work project, art project, or something that is actually a really beautiful idea, but you don't quite believe you can do this project. We're going to start drawing some more cards for you to get clarity there. Okay, so this is the Two of Wands in regular tarot. So this to me is showing me that perhaps you have these really good ideas in the back of your head, but you need to spend more time envisioning that idea. Or perhaps you do daydream a lot about particularly like getting something done. Or this could even be like a dream of yours, like a dream career when it comes to something artistic, or could even be like video. For some reason I'm getting like videography or something, or photography even. I think that you have all the ability as far as like getting this project done, but you need to work on manifesting the idea without feeling like you overall you feel like you can't do this, like it's impossible. But if you sit down with yourself and start to truly manifest that idea, you'll have a lot more productivity when it comes to getting this started. I think also with this being reversed is you have a lot of fear starting this and you're really doubting yourself. But ironically, you have like all the power to like have exactly what you want. I'm going to draw another card for you here. Okay, so we got the Three of Swords reversed. Yeah, you also might have some people that are like, oh, there's no way you could do that. Or people that are particularly emotionally driving you to make this decision to not start this project within yourself. This card also can be about just being a bit disappointed in other people not supporting you on your path. There could be some resentment or just past situations that made you feel this way. I'm gonna draw another card here. Okay, so we got the Queen of Wands. Yes. So you have all the power to have what you want as far as following your dreams, following your creative desires, because I'm getting a lot of creativity here. I think that once you get over the fact of like other people trying to put you down, and overall, I'm getting like these people take advantage of you too. Like, I think that it's gonna take a lot of time for you to manifest this idea, which, by the way, manifesting is really just believing that something is real. And the more that you believe it's real instead of denying it, the higher possibility that it's gonna happen for you. Because, believe it or not, our minds are way more powerful than we realize as far as like having things and believing in ourselves. I think it's a matter of like working on your confidence as well. I'm going to draw another card here. We've got the Three of Wands reversed. So there's a pattern of threes here. I think that if you learn to let go of what other people are telling you as far as like, oh, you can't do this, it's going to make a huge difference in your life. I think this is a great time to plan towards your goals. Even if your goals aren't going to happen overnight, it's a good time to at least start preparing for the future and overall try your best to overcome those obstacles that you have in order to move forward. This card could also be, you may have, I feel you've already had a lot of setbacks, or perhaps you started this and then you were like, nah, I can't do this. No way. Like, and then had these people tell you, oh, you also, yeah, there's no way you can do that. But realistically, you have all the power in order to have what you want as far as your dreams or your creative desires. So we're going to draw a card. I'm going to say, Spirit, what does this person need to hear as far as how to overcome the situation and have their dreams come true? Okay, so we've got the King of Wands reversed. So I'm getting this card. This card to me represents a selfish energy or a potential lover or friend. I'm getting, honestly, even like more of a romantic partner that might not be supporting you, which kind of makes me sad. I mean, this could also be a fatherly figure or a brother. Somebody that might be self-centered and is not particularly supporting of you. So really what this is telling me is you need to, unfortunately, I mean, the best way to look at this is to ignore what they say towards you if it's negative. It's particularly hard if it's coming from someone we love and care about, but if it's not something positive, then it has no reason to be in your life. This card, though, also can be just your overall inner, this could be your little inner person, too. Someone who's constantly telling you that you're not good enough. We're going to draw another card, what we could particularly do in order to overcome the situation. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Candles. So this to me is you are someone who heavily holds on to your past. And this card to me represents that it's time to let go of all the old negative thoughts and feelings that you have. Because this is deeper than just like following your dreams. This is like trying, like you've already worked through quite a lot of it as far as like getting through your past. But this card to me represents that you're still on that journey. I think that this card also can represent like a new beginning, especially looking at like all these little graves in the background. It looks like you're starting over in particular with your creative energy and your motivation in order to achieve the goals that you're looking for. I think once you have that spark, that creative spark within yourself, you will start to flourish dramatically. So I think like once you start this project, you're definitely going to have a lot more happiness in your life. You're going to feel like this is actually possible for you. Okay, so I also got the Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, overall, you've got a few ace cards here. Once you move through all of those deep feelings as far as like other people making you feel like you're not good enough, you're definitely going to improve your life dramatically. Okay, so we also got the Nine of Pentacles. So this card is also a really good card for manifesting. As far as like manifesting everything that you want in your life. This card's a really good omen that once you move through all this turmoil, you're going to have a serious like ability to enjoy the rewards of your creativity or your project or even your job. Or perhaps your creativity is your job or you want it to be your job. And this card is telling me that you're going to be flourishing in the luxuries of life and comfortability once you get through that. This card can also be a good like financial abundance situation. So you may be making money from your projects, or even if it's not money, it could just be like the overall benefits from starting to enjoy your life in a more refined way. We're gonna start drawing your oracle card here, which By the way, I totally forgot to emphasize that this stone in particular is a very new beginning related stone. It gives me the sense, like, this is one of my favorites actually. It gives me like a peaceful, like, I am safe kind of stone. It's a really good stone for meditation and relaxation. Let's see here. Okay, so looking at your oracle card, we have desire, taking life too seriously, the call for totality, distrust is what makes life so hard. Yes, I think you have a really hard time trusting that what you want can be real. I think that it's just a very difficult thing for you to do. Let's draw one more oracle card for you. Okay, so we got finesse. Overcome propaganda. Your dreams are possible. Risk being different and be in a state of shameless enthusiasm. So this is a big card that like screams, be yourself no matter how silly you might feel or how ridiculous you might feel within yourself. Like, I think a lot of people have a really hard time doing that as far as like being themselves, because other people are such a huge influence in our lives to like tell us how to look, tell us what to do, tell us how to feel, tell us what makes money, what doesn't make money. But realistically, like, you have all the power to do this within yourself if you're more confident with yourself and risk. You need to take more risks within your life. I actually want to draw one more for you. I know I only drew one for pile number 1, but I'm getting this feeling that you need to hear even more. You're not quite convinced that this is entirely possible. Okay, so we've got Magician, pushing past limitations, growing what you have. I mean, this really is just another card that screams like you need to push yourself, push your limitations, take the risk. I mean, you really don't have anything to lose here either. Like, I feel like if you take this risk, you're going to benefit hugely when it comes to your finances. I really don't think you need or should have a lot to worry about. I want to look into some quotes for you for more inspiration. Alright, pile number 2. Spirit, what does pile number 2 need to hear right now? My life works beautifully. Everything in my life works, now and forevermore. That's something you need to tell yourself more often, is that everything in your life works now and forevermore. Everything you could ask for is yours. Alright, pile number 2, what quotes do you need to hear right now? I am safe, it's only change. I cross all bridges with joy and ease. The old unfolds into wonderful new experiences. My life gets better all the time. It's time to accept change in your life. Accept that you have way more power than you realize. And overall, release the negativity in your life that other people are telling you, even if it's someone that you truly love and care about that might be like, well, this isn't realistic. This isn't good enough. You need to let that go and realize that it is good enough for you. I hope that this reading gave you a pretty good perspective on what you need to do. I am going to start pile number 3's reading. Thank you so much. Before I get into pile number 3, I just wanted to add that I did bring this stone into pile number 2, which is really ironic considering yours was the rose quartz. But I think that means, and particularly maybe you should check out pile number 3 to get even more answers as far as your reading if you're pile number 2. I appreciate you watching. I will be back with pile number 3. Alright, pile number 3. You've got this beautiful green stone here, this green aventurine. This stone is a very calm and protective as well as healing stone, healing from trauma, healing from overall past experiences. I did particularly pull this stone out for pile number 2 as well. And I think that this stone is definitely a great stone for healing and protection. We are going to look at your tarot card here. We've got the Page of Shields. So I will have to actually look at the book in particular for the shields because this is a Celtic tarot card. But this card to me shows that you have a lot on your mind, a lot of decision making as far as trying to decide something. But we're going to take a look at the book. So this card in particular is a like jack of all trades card, meaning you love to start new things, but you don't quite finish them. You're very much interested in a lot of different things, and I think you have a hard time making a choice as far as like what path in particular you would like to go down. You're quite confused as far as to where you are in life right now. I feel like you've done a lot of different things and you aren't quite sure which one is right for you. I think that this card is a great card in order to kind of like seek a new like you're seeking a new direction though, as far as like, okay, I have all these things that I enjoy doing, but what am I actually the best at? We're gonna take a look at some cards here for you. So we have the Star. I love this card. This card to me is screaming that you're extremely talented and gifted at something. I actually get the feeling that you are just, you don't even realize how gifted you are. As far as, I don't know, I really think that you extremely underestimate your power as far as how good you are at something. But I'm not quite sure what that is for you. I think that, I don't know, you're really talented at something. I also get the idea that you're a very blessed person, or you're very, I wouldn't say things are handed to you, but I think that you're more blessed and lucky, and you radiate a lot of positivity that inspires people. You're really good at inspiring people without realizing how much you inspire other people. I think that you hold like a serious power when it comes to making the people around you very happy and positive and have a really good um, you have a really good aura around you that is drawing other people into you. I think that this is a very good card that shows that perhaps if you were doubting yourself, this is a good confirmation that you are way more powerful than you realize you are. Gonna draw some more cards here. We've got the Moon card. So you're a very sensitive yet powerful person. That is actually a really amazing combo if you think about it, because not only are you such a good inspiration to other people, but you also can emotionally relate to other people on a really deep level to where it allows other people to connect to you even more. I'm just getting like you give off a really good feeling. Just a really happy, positive kind of vibe. Definitely think that you might slightly underestimate yourself, but maybe even you don't entirely underestimate yourself, because maybe you know that like you're a people person and you also are very emotionally connected to other people. Also got, okay, I got this, interestingly enough, for pile number 2. So pile number 2, if you're still watching, we have brought back the 9 of Pentacles, which is basically the card of extremely like fortunate, calm, relaxing energy. This is definitely a card of like everything working out for you. A card that is very positive when it comes to success and financial achievement. Let's draw another card for you guys. We have the King of Swords reversed. This guy. Alright, so I'm getting the idea that as much as like you're very positive and you draw people into your spirit, you also truly have to be careful about your ego. I think that you're not an egotistical person. I definitely don't get that you're an egotistical person, but I think that once you have this financial achievement, you do have to draw yourself back and realize who you are and stay humble within yourself. You also might be overwhelmed with how like easy it is for things to come into your life, which could start to make you question your confidence a little bit. So I would just be careful and make sure to overall work on grounding your energy. I think that's something that you might have a little bit of trouble doing, is grounding yourself. So perhaps make time for yourself to get away from people and everything. As much as you might be a people person, I think sometimes you need to reflect in your own energy. Alright, let's Spirit, what does pile number 3 need to hear? We have the Hermit. Yes, exactly what I just was talking about. So you need to make some time for yourself too. Because you love being around other people, but I think that making time for yourself is definitely going to help you be an even better person towards other people and yourself, obviously. Spirit, does pile number 3 need to hear? Okay, so we have a Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so yeah, you're definitely like, I don't know how to say this other than you are very lucky and very fortunate as a person. Especially right now, I think that you can have everything that you desire as far as relationships, family. I'm getting family, but that could be like friends. I also think that maybe you came from a background where perhaps you were not so well off in life, but now it seems like everything you want is going to come into your life in a positive way, which is really awesome. I am very happy for you guys. Pile number 3. I even got the Ace of Pentacles. So I got that in pile number 2 as well. For some reason, there is a serious connection between pile number 2 and pile number 3. So if you feel drawn to also watch pile number 2, I strongly suggest watching that one as well. So I definitely think that if you are questioning yourself, this is the time to not question yourself anymore. I think this reading is telling you to stop questioning yourself as far as how good enough you are, because you are a fantastic person. I also want to add in that manifesting is also a prominent feeling I'm getting in this pile, that you are naturally a very good manifester in your life. I think that even if something doesn't happen that you quite like wanted it to, you realize that you may have not manifested that enough. And I think it's time to set that aside and like truly believe what you want in life is going to happen for you. I want to get into your oracle card here. Let's see. So you got the Guardian, finding balance between what to keep alive and what to risk. You can see those less evolved than you and see those far beyond you. I would highly suggest that you work on opening your third eye, because you have a natural ability to see right through people. I want to draw one more oracle card for you. So we've got Scientist, organization and routine. You know what's necessary and what needs to be prepared for the next step. So I definitely think that you know this power lies within you. But it's time to work on your internal self, as far as you have all these things that you're good at, but maybe it's time to focus on one of them at a time, or one that particularly you're drawn to the most, and manifest that particular thing for yourself. I'm going to draw one more card for you. We have Peacemaker, emotional balance, resolving conflict and finding inner peace. So I'm getting like some serious like air energy here. You could be an air sign. Air sign with fire, maybe. Also some earth signs. Scorpio could be in your chart. I think this is a really good reading overall as far as like truly getting what you want and what you desire. I think it's just about you believing it. It's really all it is at the end of the day. I'm going to draw some inspiration cards for you guys. So we got my income is constantly increasing. I begin now, today, to open myself to ever-increasing prosperity. So if you believe you cannot have financial consistency or financial stability, you need to start manifesting that, because you have more power than you realize. I see clearly. I willingly forgive. I breathe love into my vision, and I see with compassion and understanding. My clear insight is reflected in my outer sight. So maybe you perhaps have seen now that you may have all that you desire. As long as you truly believe in it, at the end of the day, it is yours. I really hope that this reading helped you guys. Like I said, if you guys truly found that this reading was helpful, I really would appreciate it if you'd like my video or subscribe. Also, pile number 2, if you feel drawn, please go watch their reading as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Thank you.